welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Anti-corruption fight gets a boost with the launch of Open Treasury Portal, mandating the Accountants General and MDAs to publish daily financial payments above 5 million naira. EFCC secures over 1,000 convictions in 2019 as the anti-graft agency leads awareness walk across the country to mark the 2019 International Anti-Corruption Day. Deputy President of the Senate, Ove Omagege, pledges National Assembly's readiness to pass Electoral Act Amendment Bill by February 2020. And at least 5 people killed and 23 others rescued as volcano erupts on New Zealand island. For more information on our top stories and others, do visit our website, channelstv.com, youtube.com/channelsweb has videos of all our shows. President Muhammadu Buhari will tomorrow depart from Abuja, the nation's capital, for ASWAN in Egypt to attend a forum designed to set an agenda for sustainable peace and development in Africa. The forum, which holds from December the 11th to the 12th, is an initiative to address the interconnections between peace and development in Africa, while promoting Africa-led solutions through strengthening policies and practices. The initiative is being launched by the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in his capacity as the chairman of the African Union and as an advocate of post-conflict reconstruction and development in Africa. The gathering is expected to bring together heads of state and government, leaders from regional and international organizations, financial institutions, private sector and civil societies, as well as scholars, among others. The president will be accompanied by Governors Amadou Fintiri of Adamawa, Godwin Obaseki of Edo, and Memala Bunni of Yobe State, as well as the Minister of Defense, National Security Advisor, the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency as well. Let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Markwe Ogun Yusuf. Markwe?
Hello, Ijeoma. It's good to see you. We start our stories from the National Assembly, where the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, believes not enough progress has been made in the power sector and is calling for the declaration of a state of emergency. Senator Lawan faults the privatization process for not yielding any significant results, saying the National Assembly is prepared to amend the Power Sector Reform Act of 2005. He spoke his mind on the issue at a roundtable discussion organized by the Senate on addressing Nigeria's power problems. And from the quest for stable power to electoral reforms, amendments to the Electoral Act may happen earlier than planned, as the Deputy Senate President, Ove Omagege, is offering an assurance that the bill might be passed by February 2020. Besides the Deputy Senate President, top officials of INEC, a representative of the Attorney General and members of civil society gathered today to brainstorm on some of the problems with elections. Our correspondent Seun Okimbaloye reports.
Hundreds of Nigerians have lost their lives in the past years due to electoral violence, with many people still carrying series of injuries. Sad scenario in our elections, obvious concerns for many Nigerians. And in this room, that feeling resonates. The election situation room brings together stakeholders to deliberate on the way forward.
So when political parties deploy thugs and create such massive violence as to discredit the electoral process, the Electoral Commission needs to act.
There is a consensus for a need to urgently fix our electoral laws, and some of the grey areas are highlighted.
In our political parties is yet another challenge. I don't see any reason why we should end up with, I think currently we have 92 registered political parties. Any day all the 92 decide to contest the presidency, I wonder the length of the ballot paper.
We are seeking here, through this amendment, to also extend this to pre-election matters. Knowing full well that candidate, that winner still has an opportunity to go to the Supreme Court, but INEC now proceeds under the guise of obeying every court order. Supposedly obeying every court order, they now go and purportedly withdraw that certificate of return, issues another certificate of return to another purported winner, who still has to face the Supreme Court for a final judgment.
It was an interactive session, but the INEC National Commissioner disagrees with the Deputy Senate President on that.
A competent court of law has made a pronouncement and has directed INEC to issue a certificate of return. We are duty bound to issue.
On the issues of electronic voting, INEC says we just may not be ready.
Electronic voting systems are dynamic, and the appropriate time for the introduction of each aspect must be clearly thought out, taking into consideration the appropriateness of the technology, the state of infrastructure in the different parts of the country, issues around the environment, issues around cybersecurity, issues around procurement, the level of literacy in the country, and other sundry issues.
But we sought to find out in specific how soon the amendment will be.
I can assure you that as far as the Senate is concerned, before the end of February, we would have passed the Electoral Act Amendment.
It was a cordial interaction, but the issues are very critical to development of our democracy, and so it must be taken seriously. Seun Kimbalue, reporting for Channels Television News.
And with the debate still simmering over the issue of restructuring, it appears the ruling All Progressives Congress, the APC, is now taking the matter more seriously. As far as the Deputy Senate President is concerned, the APC is not opposed to restructuring, and his Committee on Constitution Amendment will be considering the report by the Governor of Kaduna State, that's the Nasir El-Rufai Committee. He says the committee will mostly base its recommendations on the submissions of the Kaduna State Governor as set up by the APC. When the news at 10 returns, President Muhammadu Buhari appoints Mohammed Nami as the new chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, approves composition of the Revenue Agency's board. That's on business news. Plus, at least 5 people killed as 23 others are rescued as a volcano erupts on New Zealand island. Coming from our London bureau, around the world in 5. Do join us again.